All right, everybody, welcome in to you. I hope you're doing great. This is a weekly twin flame reading. I'm going to look at the collective energy. I'm going to tap into the collective, get a sense of what's going on, and I will also pull cards for divine feminine, divine masculine. In the extended, I will pull cards for each zodiac sign to give you some guidance. So let's see where we go. Don't know what the title of this video is going to be just yet, obviously. So let's see where we're going. On Thursday, I am going to be starting my Twin Flame astrology group. It's an ongoing workshop every other week. I'm going to teach you what I have learned about Twin Flame astrology, teach you how to look at a synastry chart, which is the connection between two people, and a composite chart, which is the energy of the relationship itself. So if you want to jump onto that, if you're interested in how you can find twin flames in astrology or how you can understand your own chart with another person, soulmate, karmic soulmate, whatever it is, we're going to be looking at all of those things. So there's a link below if you want to jump on. Nice to see you there. All right, let's see where we're going. Let's tap into the collective first, please. All right. Come to the edge. To the sea. What's going on here? To the sea and milk and honey. Beautiful. So there's definitely some kind of journey, some kind of trip, some kind of journey that requires like actually physically going somewhere. So some of you could be either taking a trip or maybe planning one for the summer about going to the beach or going to the ocean, going to the lake, whatever it is. I feel like this is something that might be out of your comfort zone, and it's something to say yes to. If you are being offered a trip or, you know, if there's a possibility, like someone's inviting you to do this, you know, a group of friends or family or whatever, I feel like this is what's being shown to you, that, hey, there's something physical about getting out of where you are right now. You need to get to another physical place, get out of your comfort zone, right? Come to the edge, especially if you feel like on the fence about doing this. Like, no, I'm not really going to do that. What? Really? Okay. I know. Pulling teeth here to get you to go on this trip. But it's not about the trip, really. It's mostly about, number one, you getting you to a place that's outside of your daily activities and I don't know, all of the chores you do, all of the responsibilities you have. There's something here about getting away from that. And I feel like even if, I'm not saying that that's, you know, some of you might meet a twin flame on a trip. That's definitely true. But others of you might just need to clear your head. I know that there's been a lot of energy of very, you know, toxic patterns raising up during this eclipse season. So if you just need to, you know, even if it's just to plan this trip, it doesn't mean you're going on a trip this weekend or anything like that. But even if you're just planning the trip, there's something very clearing and healing about this. And I just feel like it's a positive experience, especially if you feel like it's beyond what you would normally do. So let's say every single spring, you know, you go to opening day for baseball. Okay. Every single summer, you guys go to the Cape. Of course, I'm New England focused, so that's why I'm saying those things. You go into the Cape, all right? Or you come into Maine, or you're doing something like that. Every fall, you know, there's leaf peeping. There's, you know, I don't know, apple picking. Whatever trips you normally do, Christmas time or New Year's, maybe you guys go to a beach or something like that. There's something different being offered to you or going to be offered to you. And I recommend, I feel like it would be a good thing. Okay. I feel like it would be a good thing. So here you are sitting on the fence here. Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Strength card, the Six of Pentacles. Look at that. And the Ace of Swords. So there's something really important about like getting off the fence right now. This is, again, this is for the collective. Like I said, I'll pull cards for definitively divine masculine, definitively divine, divine feminine, divine masculine. those of you watching this who don't know who your twin flame is, or don't know if you're a twin flame, but you resonated with the title, this can be about an internal integration, like going to the ocean, or, going to sit on a beach somewhere, or going skiing, or going something. Getting in nature is my point. Get out in nature. Be part of nature. Be present in that beautiful space. Whatever it is for you personally, there's some real truth that wants to come through to you. Now, some of you could be learning that, wow, look at those codependent patterns I've been doing all of my life, 7 of Cups. And I've been like, lying to myself is a really strong term, but I've not been seeing how much my own patterns in relationship, showing up in relationships or in my life, have been, clouding my truth, blocking my intuition. Some of you are on a twin flame journey that's really going to help you open up to your true self. That's the point of your journey, so people are like, what's my mission? What's my purpose? There is no mission or purpose without clarity around who you are and who you've come to be here, and what your truth is. Meaning, who am I? I have Neptune in the first house, so that can be a thing that is Neptune's a very spiritual planet. So there's definitely some kind of like, sometimes it gets fuzzy for me, sometimes it gets blurry for me, and then it becomes really clear. And I just feel like this move into nature is going to be something that, like, wow, opens you up, and you go, aha, like, there it is. I understand it now. This is a very healing thing to do. The 2 of Pentacles has been like a dipping into toxicity in some way. So some of you have kept a family system going that was very toxic, and you're just like, well, I have to support it because it's my family. That's no, you don't. And in reality, you cannot heal in the midst of that hurricane. At the very least, you're going to need to, if you know that your family is very toxic or something like that, you're going to have to step out of that in order to do healing. You can go back as a healed person. You will have a very different experience once you do that, but you cannot heal in the midst of, like, everybody's ripping off your band-aids all the time, like, and like throwing mud at the wounds. You can't heal in that. So there's something about getting away from that in order to find who your truth. I say this all the time. You can't learn to ride a bicycle in a hurricane. So the bicycle is you, the understanding is you. And when things are continuing to be dysfunctional, like, it's impossible. Definitively. Not even going to quibble on that one. Definitively impossible to heal from a thing while you're in the middle of a thing. All right, here we go. 2 of Cups, Knight of Cups. I'll talk you through this. 3 of Wands, 9 of Cups, Death, 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. So there is some kind of thing here. 4 of Cups, Devil energy. Oh yeah, and Justice. Oh, I like that. Okay, so every relationship, whether you're terming it as a twin flame relationship or not, this is for the collective that has plugged into or resonates with having codependent relationships, resonates with attracting narcissistic partners, toxic partners. Why does this keep happening? Why? So here we are. Okay, I'm in this 2 of Cups energy. Knight of Cups, here comes a Knight of Cups. I welcome that in. I welcome that in with the 3 of Wands. That's the opportunity. This is what I truly want. And really, its job is to transform you. So 9 of Cups, you think its purpose is to be in a love situation, but its job, the relationship, is to prepare you for twin flame connection, because it's the equivalent of playing baseball in high school and being in the major leagues. Okay. And a lot of players, I don't know why I'm getting, well, it's around opening day. It's around opening week. Anyway, a lot of players, the extraordinary ones, are going from high school directly to MLB. College, I don't know why I'm telling you this. College baseball, it's not as big as college basketball. Let me just say that. Anyway, there's something about a transition that requires you to be in the system. All right, I'm getting this. Be in the system. Be in the system in order to learn the new system. So getting out of an old system, getting out of maybe high school baseball, all the bad habits, that you've picked up over the years, they train them out of you in minor league baseball so you can play in the majors. Wow, where did that come from? Okay, so there's definitely something here that says, hey, here comes a love relationship. I'm not even sure where that was going, but if that metaphor made sense to you about like, oh, okay, I've been in this place where I've been able to play, but if I want to really be in a relationship that functions well and works well, I need to unlearn some bad habits. Okay, tied it back up. I need to unlearn some bad habits. So it's kind of like relationships come along, and as a codependent or as someone who really cheers for the underdog or expects every relation, like you can work with it, you can work with this is doable, this is this is a person, right? A man is not a plant, right? This is a person I could work with, and all of that. But like, how many reclamation projects have you done in your life that have yielded, I'm not going to say nothing, because they've yielded a lot if you have learned from them. If you're like, okay, I've had like 3 or 4 narcissistic people show up in my life right in a row. Like, what have you learned from that? What is it showing you about yourself? Okay. What is it about me? And that's sometimes very triggering for people, especially when other people have done very toxic things to them. It can be very triggering to look at oneself and say, what's my role in this? What lesson did I have to learn? But, I'm working with the Pathfinders right now about intuition, which is in your body, and then getting downloads from spirit. And, sometimes the downloads come in because there's a lot of confusion going on internally to you, and you're spinning around in some of these other things. And the downloads are coming in to kind of like break through that clutter, break through that noise of fear versus intuition and all these things happening at once. And I can't sort it out. That's why the get into nature is so important. Put down your phone and enjoy nature. Stop taking pictures to put on Facebook. Enjoy nature, right? Enjoy where you are. Enjoy the scenery, or enjoy just being at one sort of with this experience. Now, I feel like some of you are going to have a relationship come along. This is for the collective that is plugging into this kind of energetic experience. And it's like, this is what I'm asking for. I'm asking for a relationship. I'm asking for my twin flame. I'm asking for this to come in. And this person comes in, twin flame or not, they change you. Okay? Because they're bringing lessons. That's their purpose. And so if you implement those lessons, 3 of Pentacles, if you're implementing those lessons, then you're really going to have something. I feel like some of you are like, oh my God, I'm sick and tired of learning lessons, the 9 of Swords. I'm sick and tired of learning lessons. But here's the thing. There's still some stuck energy that isn't being cleared. And it's because this is like, we're getting to the core of it now. We're getting to the core of it. We're getting to the core of why it's still okay for some people to kind of get through your radar, right? Let's say you've had some abusive relationships or whatever. There's a lot of twin flames who are part of healing that experience, codependency, toxicity, abusive relationships. A lot of us in twin flame, on the twin flame path, are being called to heal that. You can't heal it while in it. You're going to need to go away and heal, and then allow another relationship to come in. See how you do. Is this a lesson? Is this the person? Is this the twin flame? Right? You're going to need to allow. And so there's a lot of people who are just like, nope, I'm done with this. I'm blocking everybody. And that might be an indicator of, okay, fair enough. Time to heal then. It's not just about blocking people out. It's about using the time well. And if you use the time well, then it's likely you'll be open to relationships in the future. So I feel like some of you have done a lot of healing, and still there's someone who comes in who may be a plutonic, who may be here to teach you a lesson that isn't a twin flame. Maybe it's a karmic, or someone comes in that is a soulmate for one specific lesson, and then they leave, right? Whatever it is, a lot of you are asking the universe for your twin flame, and you're still getting lessons. And the reason is that you can't learn to ride a bicycle in a hurricane, but you also don't learn in a vacuum. All right. Both of those things must be present. Both of those things must be present. So, you know, you could, I've seen this in some of the comments where some, you know, allow a certain type of relationship in, like maybe you'll just allow like light, you know, friendship, or you'll have coworkers, or you'll have family, like whatever it is, whatever lesson you're here to learn. There's going to be a redirect. There's going to be other people who are coming in to help teach you lessons. If you've really dropped the door, I doubt you'd be watching this video if you really dropped the door on a love relationship or a twin flame connection. However, some of you are like, I only want my twin flame. And that's fair enough. But I do think there's one more thing here. It's not going to necessarily knock you off your pins if you have done a lot of healing and everything. But I do think that because you do a lot of healing, sometimes, you know, the tendency is to think, well, it's going to be perfect from now on because I've done my healing. And you're just at another level of healing. Okay. And so some of you are like, oh my God, no, no, no. Others of you are recognizing that you're attracting in those lessons anyway, even if you're dropping the door on a love relationship. You know, maybe you have a toxic boss, or maybe your family stuff flares up, or maybe something with a friend from long ago comes back and flares up again. What's happening is the universe is trying to move you off of stagnancy. There's one core, we're almost to the core issue. And this could be different for each one of you. Okay. The core issue, the core issue is something that is going to be very important for you to get out into nature and kind of stop being busy in your head. Get more into your body, get more into, you know, put your feet in the grass, put your feet in the sand, put your feet wherever, bare feet. Okay. Nothing between you and the earth. Go do yoga in the park. No blanket. All right. Something like that. So let me see about this lesson. This death card is transformative lesson. 9 of Wands. Page of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. And the High Priestess. There's lessons about forgiveness. And each one of you may experience this differently as I'm doing this reading, but there are some lessons of forgiveness that, it's like, okay, I've done my healing work, but the forgiveness one is the hard one. Okay. The forgiveness one is the thing that paves the way to the new beginning and to being whole and to being complete, to integrating masculine and feminine. The forgiveness one, the acceptance, the forgiveness, the final stage of grief is the one that still needs to be worked through. Okay. So divine. So that's for the collective. And I just feel like, I feel like some of you need to, and I do this all the time. Please, you know, I ask my ego to step aside so that I may do the healing work for my best and highest good. I ask my ego to step aside so I can forgive and release this pattern. Just talk about patterns. You don't have to talk about individual people. Guidance for the divine feminine. Okay. Come here, you. For the divine feminine. Oh, King of Wands. Fool. underneath, Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. So divine feminine, this action of forgiveness is setting you free. And this is one of my twin flame cards, the Ten of Cups. I feel like what you're doing is you're taking inspired action. So you're coming up as the King of Wands. This can be about you integrating your masculine, meaning taking steps externally to build a life, to build an integrated life, something like that. This is a brand new path. Some of you have jumped onto a new timeline. I feel like the eclipses have activated a new timeline for twin flames. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. This Knight of Pentacles. Okay. I know slow moving, but like divine feminine, you might be like, holy smokes. Wow. I'm in my 50s or 60s. My God. I can't believe it's taken this long. But there is, the Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy, which is healing energy. The Knight of Pentacles is also the most trustworthy, trustworthy person. This person can be an earth sign, but I'm really wanting you to look at this symbolically, okay? Connect the dots of I'm taking actions on my own behalf. I'm taking care of me. I'm doing self-love. I'm pursuing what is happy and joyful for me. I'm removing toxic people from my life. I'm removing habits that keep my vibration low. That's Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And this is like continuous effort. Slow, continuous effort is the consistency that is needed for the divine feminine. That 10 of Cups. Anything else that wants to come out? 3 of Cups, 9 of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the 3 of Pentacles. Some of you are going to be healing. This might be for a specific set of divine feminines, that some of you are really healing a third party predilection or pattern in your life. 3 of Pentacles. You're really building something for yourself. Now it's like you're shifting the goal. The goal is not to win over someone who's in another relationship. The goal now, as the 3 is showing up here, is to me and my partner and God, right? That is the new paradigm. I'm shifting into that paradigm. I'm moving away. So this might just be for some specific twins, because I'm connecting this 9 of Swords here, divine feminines, saying, you know what, this has been the thing that has stopped love from really blossoming in my life. And I almost feel like for some of you, if you have twin flames who are married to other people, the saying no to that, the saying, okay, I'm learning, this is what this twin flame is teaching me, instead of being like, it's a block to our love. That's what that twin flame at this moment is teaching you about, is to say, okay, that's not what I want to create in my life. The actual third party system I'm looking for is me and another person fully invested and God. That's what I'm looking to do. And so that's the intention. And that's what brings in the 10 of Cups. It's a completely different, when you look at, if you want to go read, I recommend this book all the time, Mr. Unavailable and the Fallback Girl. Even a twin flame, especially a wounded masculine, I feel like you could be dealing with a wounded masculine who's more like a Peter Pan, who doesn't really want to face responsibilities or face up to healing their wounds, plural. You, divine feminine, I feel like a lot of these divine feminines that I'm communicating with right now are working to heal the father wound. All right, so I am a little bit talking about gender here, but any kind of wound around father for you, that might be something to look at. Divine masculine, it doesn't even need to get the cards. I'll get the cards in a second for divine masculine. But divine masculines, as they're showing up connected to this divine feminine, might need to heal a mother wound. So their mother may have shown them coldness, or, whatever the pattern is. Whatever the pattern is, they've been running away from it, and so have you. So I'm plugging into a group of divine partners who are definitely healing the masculine and feminine in polarity. So their relationship to a masculine divine feminine, a relationship to a masculine in another context, right? Not necessarily, you might not necessarily as a love partner, but as a family member, okay? In general, like that's where the patterns of the connection, the third party connection started anyway. So let's go to the root of the thing and pull out the root. I do talk about this too. When you're unhooking from a pattern, I want you to unhook as if there's like a big hook in your heart. I don't want you to just cut cords, because it takes multiple times. Those cords can grow back. Okay. And so the final aspect of that is forgiveness. The final aspect of that is unhooking, right? That's a really healing thing. So that's for the divine feminine. Let's see for the divine masculine, please. What is going on for the divine masculine? What is going on for the divine masculine, please? All right, let's see. I see the King of Wands under here. I'm taking that. And the Devil card. Wow, Tower, Ace of Wands. All right, Eight of Cups. Sorry, Eight of Wands and the Four of Wands. All right, this don't need to cut the cards then. Magician, Eight of Cups. Judgment. What did I do over here? And one more. High Priestess. So the masculine is hearing the call of this divine feminine. I feel the feminine is always the leader, the spiritual leader of the two. The feminine is the spiritual leader. So you doing healing work is effectively action. King of Wands is effectively action. You're taking action on behalf of you, integrating masculine and feminine. That does help wake up the masculine. Your masculine here, Magician, has woken up. Okay, I'm seeing that, and is on this path, this Eight of Cups, moving away from another situation that has held them back, whatever that is. It's almost like you need to unhook from connecting to a divine masculine who's married. That's the only way that they will ever wake up. That don't do it for that reason, but that's the only way they'll ever be able to be. It's almost like you're taking up the slack, or you're not, you're standing in the way of them doing their healing work. If your energy is always there and that's nurturing to them, then they're never going to look at what's going on for them specifically. The Judgment card, beautiful energy there of waking up. That's Archangel Gabriel. It's sort of like, hey, wake up, Jeff. And then here's the High Priestess. That is divine feminine energy. So I really like that. And what was going on under here, it's almost like the masculine. I'm going to say this because the King of Wands has shown up as the feminine. So I'm going to say that this old paradigm, look at that 3 there, right? This old paradigm has been blown up because the feminine decided to walk away and heal. Walk away and heal third party. It blows up, okay? It blows up that paradigm. And Ace of Wands, Eight of Wands, Four of Wands. There can now be movement. There can now be movement. All right. So energetic letting go of third party, or of twin flame in third party, letting go of that. What did I do then? I took one. There's Nine of Swords again. Wow. All 3, Nine of Swords. So 9 of, okay, 2, 3, and then the card underneath. So this is kind of beautiful here. I like the Six of Pentacles. We also have the Six of Pentacles over here. This is about, and then there's another 3 here. Really crazy. Okay, so the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Cups. Remember this in the collective? The Knight of Cups and the Three of Wands. It's like the feminine has been unavailable because they're connecting to a timeline where their masculine is married. Did you hear me? The feminine is connecting to a timeline where the masculine is married, and a Peter Pan, and someone who can't do anything about it, and. You're disconnecting from that timeline completely when you're doing your healing work. Oh, thank you. Now, what happens is the masculine awakens to their purpose. Six of Pentacles. The masculine awakens to their purpose. and is open to receive love. The purpose is about them spreading masculine love, or being, what is this? The purpose is to balance out this wounded masculine that's all about domination, power, patriarchy, all of that. The masculine then, oh my gosh, okay. The masculine allows himself to have feelings and empathy. Wow, feelings and empathy. Holy smoke. Empathy for other people. This masculine is setting about healing a wounded masculine's callous disregard for other people's needs. Woo! Super wounded masculine does that. So this masculine is blowing apart that kind of hierarchical domination, power, all of that. The sun. Life-giving force. Ra. Chameleon. Crowd surfing. Heart chakra. The masculine has now let the sun into their heart, healed their heart, and they are going to do whatever it takes. Crowd surfing, chameleon. They're going to do whatever it takes to connect with people, to heal, to be a healer with people, to show their own emotions, show their own experiences, be vulnerable with people. Wow. Wow. Okay. The feminine here. Stardust. Might want to read that. Stardust. Earth. Practical. Step by step. Knight of Pentacles. Very good. Shielding. Learning to protect oneself. Very good. Holiday. This is another card of empathy, right? The Charlie Brown Christmas tree. This is another card of empathy. All it needs is a little love. Sync. All right. I'm going to continue on. Like I said, I'll pull cards for each zodiac sign to give you some guidance. I'll pull some cards about what you don't see coming, and we'll see where we go with this. All right, Twin Flames. Wow. Link is below. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.